Check, check. You guys are tuned in to the Cosmochoria Friday broadcast. My name is Nate. I'm wearing a hat because I have yet to have any time today to have a shower, and my hair was just too greasy and gross. Just wear a hat. Just wear a hat, dude. Wow. So good to look out the window and see Friday. It's the Cosmochoria Friday broadcast. My name is Nate Schmold. I am the developer of a game called Cosmochoria. It's like this little guy. He flies around. Yeah, I'll turn the music up a little. Guy flies around, plants seeds on planets, and he brings them back to life and fills the universe with love. Right? Beautiful. I'm an illustrator, designer, musician, making this game, and every Friday I'm sitting down with you awesome homies to work on the game, work on some artwork for the game, just chat about the game, chat about LeVar Burton, chat about whatever happens. Just get into all sorts of shenanigans. I'm going to be giving away a Steam key for the game. Right now, the only way to play the game, there's a version you can go to Cosmochoria.com, and you can get sort of a browser version of the game. Play it in your browser window. Unfortunately, that browser version is a few weeks old now. It was sort of live throughout the Kickstarter campaign that we ran in April, and it's a little out of date because there's been a lot of stuff that happened to the game since the Kickstarter has finished. Lots of updates and stuff being added in, and still being added in constantly until the game's done. And there's a Steam build. There's like the development build, which is on Steam, and the Kickstarter backers who pledge a certain tier are part of the dev team, and they're getting access to that behind-the-scenes version as the game's being done. And today, you guys, on the Cosmochoria Friday broadcast, you can get a Steam key, and you will also be able to check the game out in its current state, which is pretty cool. If you have any questions for me, you can post them in the chat. I'm about to blow some minds because there's some awesome homies here. Got Random Rocker, Ace of Fire, Acorns EA, Jernick, Denrox. Oh my God, it's a party. And you guys have been on the stream for the past few weeks, and it's been I'm not a streamer. I don't know what I'm doing, but I did take a little bit extra time this week, and check this out. Check this out right here. Bam. What do you think of that? We got right above my head is a little album cover of the music that's playing. Then you got me, I don't know, black and white. And then underneath there, we've got the chat, finally included. Because, you know what? It's been so crucial because I'm chatting with you guys, I'm talking with you on the chat, but there was no way to kind of see that chat coming into the stream. I was basically having to repeat what people were saying. So yeah, I took it up a level. Took some time, learned some shit, and here we go. Got the chat. See what people are saying. That way I can go back too. If I missed anything, I can just sort of skip through the chat and see what people are saying, and if there's any important questions, I can make sure that they get answered. Cosmochoria Friday. Oh, the other thing, cool. Check out my. I finally figured out how it was like stretching my face out. So it may look like I've been doing some exercise and I lost some weight, but it's actually just the camera's the correct ratio now. Oh, the chat's blurry. Oh no. That's the other thing too. I called the internet company who provides me with my internet, and I'm paying extra to have the bandwidth increased, and I was hoping that was going to help with quality and drop offs and stuff like that. But damn, I think, because can anyone read the chat? That would really suck if the chat was not viewable. Yeah, and I mean, I'm no, I'm still pretty chubby. I'm a pretty chubby guy, but not as chubby as you thought. So the camera was adding 10 pounds. The chat is blurry. I'm broadcasting this at 1280 by 720. Yeah. I am using Cam Twist. Yeah, so maybe wouldn't it be funny if I went through all that effort to have the text on there, and then it's not even really legible? There's nothing really I can do about it today. I gotta figure it out again. The other thing too is I don't know how to test the stuff that's coming out of that's going off to Twitch without actually starting the stream live. So maybe throughout the week sometime I'll do like a test run. Screw that whole thing. If we can't read the chat, I'm sorry. You guys can read it who are here. So just yeah. I'm using Cam Twist on a Mac, so I don't really know what my options are in terms of something other than Cam Twist. So if you guys know anything that I could use, Cam Twist it, let me know what I can get off this Cam Twist if it's garbage. Okay, so what was I going to do today? I was going to play a little bit of Cosmochoria, show you guys sort of what I've been adding into the game. Right now we've got some pet action, which is pretty cool. Open broadcast software. Is open broadcast software, can you do it on a Mac? That's the key there. Yeah, it seems like that's a sorry. How can I get rid of the Twitch gray bar on the left? It's right in there now. I've got it all I've got it all set up for the Twitch gray bar. That's just going to be there now until I figure this out. That's just part of my page now. Oh, I don't know what you're. Okay, I see what you're saying. I don't know what's going on. Okay, let's get some Cosmochoria going. I'm gonna pause the tunes. And I should be able to go like this, and I should be able to go like still a little, I'm learning. Bam. Now you guys should be seeing Cosmochoria, and we're going to play, and it's going to be fantastic. Let's just turn this. Let's just turn the music off so I can listen to this and talk over top of it. Blam. Cosmochoria. It's very rare that I actually start on the planet with the old guy. It's kind of a cool thing. LFG 2000, absolutely. I'll be having I'll put Cosmochoria on GOG. All right, guys. Let me just move the chat so I can see it next to my game here, so I don't have to look all around the room. So right now there's just the one egg. I've been working on the mechanics of it, and just sort of getting all the technical stuff in terms of like the egg hatching and how that all works. And but really now I can just start working on pets, and the mechanics will stay the same, and it'll be fantastic. I'm thinking of changing those bases. Everyone keeps mistaking them. Everyone keeps mistaking those bases as what do you call the thing from Doctor Who? The time machine. What's that thing called again? I'm not really a Doctor Who fan on the hardcore sense. Ace of Fire, do you know if if OBS is... Yeah, TARDIS, thank you. Do you know if OBS is for Mac? Can I use it? Yeah, people are thinking that that's a... Well, because I think it looks phone booth-esque, and then because we've got like a sci-fi feel to the game, it's all good. They're supposed to be buildings, but I'm actually thinking of changing them anyway because I'm just getting some ideas in terms of this, making it a little bit more cartoony anyway, and making turning them into like hives, like beehives, and then I've got a whole race of sort of space aliens that I'm working on that are insectish. Oh, there's one thing that I can show you guys. The UFOs move a little bit differently now. There's two styles of movement. One, they'll just follow you like they were doing before, but now they will... I wonder if I should just start planting. Yeah, I'll just start planting. Oh yeah, So yeah, these guys, they'll just they'll shoot, and then they'll stop, and then they'll... So they're a little bit more... So yeah, it sounds like I may very well be able to use OBS. That would be cool. I'll definitely play around with it, and because if I can get something going that improves my quality and control and shit, then that would be magical. I hate getting one seed off of a plant, because then you gotta wait. There we go. Now we're talking. I think I checked all these corner planets. I'm pretty sure I checked them all. Maybe not this one up above me here. That should be an easy one. Oh yeah. Oh, that's a bummer to hear about that, Hail Mary. Yeah, that's the main reason why I was getting into Cam Twist, is because it gives you the ability to set up those screen regions and all this kind of stuff and actually have multiple things going on, which I wasn't really utilizing before, but now you can kind of see, like, if I can get a good quality coming out of this, like, it'll be killer. We'll have the game, the music, which I think is fairly important. You know, it's cool to know what the... I think what I need to do is just simplify some of this stuff that I got going on here. I'm just going to swear again. I'm just going to try and clear away a bunch of the stuff I've got open. Oh, okay. Look at that. Diamond. We got a diamond. Okay. So, yeah, I'm super bummed out that the quality, I honestly thought my internet speed, you know, I'm paying the extra, I think it's like $10 a month or something now. And I just moved it up from like 50 megabits per second and 3 megabit upload. Now it's 5 megabit upload and 100 normal. All right. Those planets do not have an egg on him. So I'm going to establish this planet. I should have just had, I've got a dev version that just drops the egg on the first planet, so at least it shows you what it is. That's okay. It's fun to play, right? Yeah, I'm using Ace of Fire. I'm using Flash Media Encoder to stream, and then all the screen setup is done with Cam Twist. Yeah, Cam Twist, I mean, it's set up at... So is it Cam Twist that I need to look at, or is it Flash Media Encoder that I need to look at? Like when I'm looking at... Yeah, it's a huge planet. Oh, Helmiri, have you seen these large planets? This was kind of brought in the past couple updates. And the whole thing where when the planet finishes and it gets all the clouds and stuff in it... Nice one, Dan. It's a little weird, their pause, but I'll figure that out. Yeah, because I'm looking at the Flash Media Encoder thing here, and it even says, what's it saying? Well, the frames per second is whack. Like it's going out at like 5 frames per second. Is that for real? I don't know how much of it has to do with the bandwidth, how much of it has to do with the speed of my computer. Yeah, good call. Actually, when I do the preview in Cam Twist, it looks decent, and I can actually read the text. So I don't think, like, Cam Twist might be dropping it a bit. Yeah, the frames per second is just garbage. I don't know what I can do about that. I honestly thought it would be better. It seems like it didn't improve it at all. It didn't improve the... Hey, look. What's that? This is the tree that we made for Ace of Fire. Ace sent me the tree on the final... Oh, I gotta set the points. Yeah, definitely stream the stream. I think after it's done, I'll hop on Twitch and I can see the recording of it and see how bad it actually was. Yeah, it's showing bad frames per second in the encoder. The output is like 6 right now. So is that like a CPU thing? I just don't have enough power. Should I close Illustrator? Here, let me close Photoshop because I know I won't be using it. Let's see if that helps. Then I got Steam open. Actually, Photoshop seemed to help a little bit, at least on my end. I don't think it's helping with the actual frames per second. Oh yeah, so one of the cool things with the clouds is if I shoot through the clouds, it changes my bullets white and they become stronger. So you can actually use that to your advantage. Oh, look at that. Got a little Z ordering issue there. So I can use the clouds to strengthen up my bullets and peace. Oh, did closing Photoshop help? I wonder if let's see. I'm gonna close Illustrator too. We can open it back up if I start to stream drawing and stuff. You know what? Let's close Chrome. Okay. Yeah, if you want to add me on Steam, it's just Mantra Kid. Look in the header thing of the stream here. It's got my Twitter name. Basically, less. Just use that same thing in Steam, and that's my name there. Okay, well, yeah, I closed some stuff, so hopefully that helps a bit. We'll keep it going, right? Yeah, like if I'm playing right now, it's actually I can tell it's a little slow. It's actually I can tell you right now. It's 50 frames. It's bouncing between 45 and 55 frames per second, but usually it's like 60. So actually, when I rock all the bullets off, then it's dropping it down to about 30. So yeah, I can tell it's definitely. Yo, what's up, guys? Yeah, so it's slow. Maybe I just need a better computer. I just gotta suck it up. Yeah, I don't know like how good those computers are. Those guys that are like live streaming like a high quality like HD version of like, you know, like a first person, you know, like DayZ or something like that. My computer would probably explode. Yeah, I'm in Canada. See, I'm not rich from the game. There's no way. So I think people are surprised to learn that more than half of the money from the Kickstarter was pretty much immediately gone. You know, I had to put it aside for making T-shirts, making the prints, like all the rewards cost. You know, I gotta buy that stuff. Hey, if I lower the quality of this. Yeah, so a lot of the Kickstarter money actually goes towards making the stuff, so that I can actually send the stuff out. Not only making it, but shipping it. You know, if I've got someone who ordered a T-shirt in United Kingdom, they paid the shipping cost, but that shipping cost is part of the Kickstarter total. Resizing the window didn't help? Okay, thank you. Let's screw that then, because it was annoying playing it in this tiny little window. Thanks for adding me on your Steam list, guys. It's awesome. I'm trying to find some eggs to show you, or find an egg to show you what that's all about. Maybe we'll just plant some more. So they've basically got like, where I've got software handling all the encoding. I see what you're saying, LFG. Where I've got like my computer's like split between running everything and yo. I won't be able to chat. I'll be chatting on here, but how's it going? Yeah, so I get it now. So it's like it's more like the graphic card is handling it, it's not the computer. My Mac is, let me show you. I'll show you what I'm dealing with here. I'm just gonna bring up the whole profile thing and show you guys. Is it in there? Boom. See that? You probably can't even see the text anyway. Yeah, it's a Intel Core i5. So it's like a dual core. Is it dual core or I think it's dual core. Or is it quad core? I don't know. I honestly don't know. Number of processors, 1 with 4 cores. There you go. 16 gigs RAM. I think it's like 5 years old. So would it be an external card that I'm hooking up then? Like, is it an external graphic card that I'm actually hooking up to handle the... How does that work? I don't understand. Crazy. Yeah, it's an i5. Like, do you think that should be decent? Okay, so it's the i5. Yeah, there's definitely going to be the possibility of different apps. Different crazy. I'm such a noob to this whole streaming thing anyway. Which way's up? It's yeah, I think I had it up there, what my graphic card was, but ATI Radeon HD 4850. Which tells me nothing. Maybe it tells you something. So it's got 512 megabytes of RAM, of video RAM. That's also what she said. I'm getting screwed by my own design, where I wanted the direction to be confusing, where you don't know which way is up, especially when you're looking at the map. But yeah, it's definitely frustrating. That would be crazy cool. Yeah. Yeah, I think usually when I do the live stream, I think that's why the if I'm just working on art or something, it's not that huge of a deal, because it's not like I'm not going fast. Anyway. So it's not like I'm playing games all the time. And if I'm just working on art, then it's just like more of a mellow experience. I like that. I've been to a lot of these planets, and I'm not finding any eggs. The stream will get better, I promise. The fact that I upgraded my internet plan and it didn't help. That'll save me some money, I think. I'll just go back down. I guess, though, if I actually do end up getting an external card or something like that, there is some music playing, but it's quieter. Can you hear my voice? Yeah, that's weird. I'm looking on my thing, and it's like it's not coming through or something. Let's just make every week just 2 hours of me dealing with technical issues regarding the stream. What the Judd? Let's see. Let me just double check that the... Yeah, I like learning. I like the tech talk too. If I actually knew. See, I don't know why that jumped back. That's really weird. You should hear music now. I don't know why my sound card just jumped back to... Yeah, Journey soundtrack is badass. I was lucky enough to hear the soundtrack in the game only. Sometimes there's soundtracks like the Fez soundtrack I heard like a million times before I ever even played Fez once. And but the Journey soundtrack, I heard it, as the game played, so it was like I heard it the way it was supposed to be, I think. And yeah, it was epic. That game is epic. The whole, the last part is just like the feels of that game. The thing that bums me out about Journey is that I didn't know how short it was the first few times I played it. So when the first few times I played it, I was treating it like it was going to be like a 20-hour game. So I was just playing in half-hour spurts here and there, just thinking that, oh, this is cool, I'll get into this one day when I've got a good chunk of time. And then one day I had a good chunk of time and I sat down. I didn't say anything. I didn't spoil anything yet. Did I actually? No, I didn't. I was very careful. I tried to be very careful. I said the ending part is good. That's good, right? Now you want to commit yourself to the end. But yeah, I didn't know it was so short. And then, I had a couple hours, so I sat down. I was like, okay, I'm going to play this. And then kind of realized what was happening with the other players, coming in to play with you. I didn't really know what was going on at first. I just thought that it was I actually thought it was AI or something at first. And then once I realized it was actual human playing the game, and then you learn to learn how to communicate with them, and it's it was just the craziest thing, right? That first time, you'll never have that first time back. I don't know where these eggs are. It's hard for me not to get upset about anything. Well, guys, I don't know where I've been. The only thing I can do at this point is just start planting, and then I'll actually mark off the planets that I've been to, right? I feel like I must have missed something down in this bottom area, the bottom middle, bottom right. There should definitely be an egg in here somewhere. An axe, yeah, word. Austin Wintory, so that's the guy who composed it. And next level, that's some skill. That is some real skill that guy's got. And I didn't even know that he did the Banner Saga soundtrack as well. And so just heard that the other day, and it's crazy good. Just as good as Journey. No, it's all good, Dan. Don't worry about it. I may get upset, but I think I've got a relatively, I've got a fairly thick skin. A fairly thin skin. But at the same time, I don't know. If I get upset, it's usually for a minute, and then I move on. Oh, is this goddamn egg? So I got to think of something between now and, in the next half hour, how I'm going to give away the Steam key. Yeah, I really wanted the sound effects to be old school. Just because the art is so not really old school. But I really had the choice. I think the gameplay is old school. It feels like an old arcade game. I'm hoping. guy. Alright. I think it's time to start busting out some bases. Sorry, I'm focused. Ah! You see that? There's a weapon upgrade. Must get weapon upgrade. Right there. Now I gotta make sure to not hit anything. Oh shit. Oh no. 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 That's how it's done. Oh, and then the robot takes it away. You get these weapon upgrades, and you get extra bullets and stuff. But if you hit an enemy, then you lose it. That's the penalty. You can get hit by as many bullets as you want, but if you get hit by an enemy, it's gone. And so that's what happened. Pain. No, I didn't use any... Oh, I see what you're saying. Just all right. Okay, so I don't think I've done this lower quadrant yet. Let's go straight down. There's got to be an egg down here. There's got to be. No eggs. And I'm wondering if there's a possibility that the egg could very well be spawning behind those things. It could be just covered up, so I won't actually see it until I bust those things up. Did I look at that planet above me yet? I'm gonna say yeah. And then remember that to double check it if I don't find an egg. Oh wait, where am I going? Go down here. Nope. Okay. This is some good searching for an egg. This is kind of what, this is what I want to happen. I don't want them to be easy to find. Okay. What are the chances for finding an egg? Like small chances or random chance? Well, that's a good question. I'm thinking, this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that you may very well not get an egg in every game. And I know that that's frustrating. I know that's a pain in the ass. Because look at all the effort you have to do to see if there is one. But at the same time, like if there's only like 5 or 6 pets to start when the game gets released. Oh yeah. There's only like 5 or 6 pets to start. You don't want to find them all, in the first night of playing. Or maybe you do. I was kind of bummed out on, because Mario Kart 8, which I got a couple weeks ago, and it didn't take long to get all the... They seemed to make it a lot easier than it used to be to get all the secret characters and stuff. Which, okay, cool. But it was kind of bummed out, because I feel like I don't really play online a lot. So finding and unlocking that kind of stuff is usually like the fun that I get out of the game. And yeah, I've played all the tracks. I've got, I haven't beat 150 and all that kind of stuff, but I got all the characters, because I think you should have to beat 150cc to get some of that stuff. It should be hard to get some of that stuff. But I don't know, maybe not. Maybe people complained that it was too hard in past games to get that kind of stuff, and that's why they did it this way. I haven't been following E3 stuff too much. What do I know? I know there's a new Zelda game that's apparently like open world-ish, or there's a potential that it's open world-ish like Skyrim. What's going on here? Is this... What's happening? These frame drops. Oh man, look at this. Is this a bug? Am I experiencing... Look at this. Look at this. Crashed. It crashed, you guys. It just crashed. It exploded. That's a bummer. That's a huge bummer. The shitty thing is, it's really hard to get a good idea of what's causing the crash unless I've got the profiler stuff, like the debugger and stuff that's attached to it. But the debugger only runs... The debugger only runs from Construct 2. Kevin, sup, man? So yeah, I think that must be... I don't know, I've played longer than that before. And it didn't really have anything to do with, like, there was no bosses. I wasn't even really in a fight. It just started getting all lame. The problem is, the debugger, the thing that would actually help me figure out what's causing a crash, is I can only run it when I'm within the development studio itself. And I've played so many times and haven't had anything happen. It seems to run smoothly and everything's good. But I can't get it from the Steam version because it's the Steam version. There's no development. There's no debugger tools, which is a pain in the ass. So when I'm testing the actual thing, I gotta come up with my own like profiler or something like that, or some kind of like crash report or something. The Kickstarter version started lagging for me when I had it open for around 45 minutes. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta write my own crash logger thing, I think. Because I'm just not seeing usually when I'm testing straight from the, as I'm building it kind of thing. And, I can see what I can see what's taking up the CPU and all that kind of stuff. Well, I don't even want to get into this again. If I'm looking for an egg, what if it takes me another 40 minutes to find an egg? Okay, I'm gonna do this systematically. You can't lose, right? I'm not gonna mess around with these planets like this. I'm gonna go right up to the top and just deal with this like a system. That's down. That's the opposite of the top. Yeah, so I don't know too much. Yeah, Mac has crash logs for sure, but I don't know if it wouldn't give me anything useful. I don't think. Like it wouldn't tell me what's causing the issue. Or maybe it would. I'm just looking at it right now. You guys want to see what my crash log looks like? Where is it? Right here. When did that go down? No, okay. See, yeah, it doesn't give me anything useful. I'm assuming this is roughly. And then Steam crashed right after that. Shit, I don't know. I'll worry about that on, it's telling me that it crashed, but it's not telling me why, or it's not giving me anything, Why do you need to ban people, Ace of Fire? Who do you need to ban? Yo, Chris, how's it going? I got my homies here. Chris and Kevin. I met them in town here, and they're awesome. They helped me get everything ready for the Kickstarter, sort of get my mind straight and strategize the plans and the initial promo and stuff. Kevin is he's K4. He's here, I think. Let me just see here. Yeah, he's here. Party. Yeah, I'll figure it out. I think that's probably one of the longest running issues in the game. Oh, sorry, I didn't switch it back after I had. There you go. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so I checked the planet. Now I'm going to check each one of these systematically, row by row. Here we go. And I gotta remember to break these things because it could be hiding behind them. No egg. Look at that! I don't know how this is gonna work. There we go. Look at this. Right where it should be, with the old man.
Hey, take this egg and make me an omelette. I'm old. I'm hungry. I have no food.
Okay, so I want to bring it to a planet. I want to bring it to just me and my developer awareness. I want to bring it to a fairly large planet.
an egg. I'm going where the action is.
Okay, so you put it down on the planet. Now you've got an egg. Now, what you want to do is plant your seeds. Plant them seeds. It's like hitting an elevator button. I think if you do that, the plant grows faster. It's like smashing the walk button to cross the street. If you hit it really fast, you can go faster. You can go sooner. You guys are about to see some shit. I'm actually gonna make the asteroids destroy plants. So if the asteroid comes down and smashes onto your plant, it kills it. It's dead. So you actually have like a panicked moment of like trying to like destroy the asteroid before it does that. It'll be awesome. It'll be epic. And also, anything that hits the egg, I'll explain this in a sec. But basically, as you're playing, once this planet is done, I should just shut up and just plant some plants. Once the planet sprouts, the egg will start to incubate. So it'll start to grow and it'll like wiggle. It starts to like move and hatch, and it'll have like a proper like animation or like, you know, frames where it has like cracks in it and stuff like that. And then alright, so check this out. So the egg is starting to hatch, or starting to incubate. But while that happens, now I'm gonna get like super bombarded with enemies, UFOs, these guys, and they're gonna try and attack the egg, and they're gonna stand on it, and they're taking the egg's hit points off. And I basically got to keep them off my egg long enough for my egg to hatch. Get off my egg! See, can you see the egg is starting to move? I don't know if you can see that on the screen. Ah! Hey, where's... Oh, I picked it up. Put it down. Ah! Shit's sake. Gotta move it to a safer spot. Oh my god, there is no safer spot. Holy shit, this planet is overrun. Okay. These guys are just gonna come because they're trying to stop this egg from hatching. The egg can't die, but it's like if you think of it in terms of like a countdown, the countdown subtracting, or you know, from the point that it's gonna be ready, the enemies are touching it and actually like subtracting numbers from it. So say like every second it adds 1, and once it reaches 100, it'll hatch. Every time an enemy touches it, or a bullet touches it, or an asteroid touches it, it loses 1. So it'll take longer. So I want to keep it safe. And it's hard, man. Get off my egg! See how it's like slowed back down again? Oh, for Christ's sake. I've never had... See, I need towers. That's the thing. You gotta have towers. Away from my egg! Bullets will bullets will bring it down. Oh, this is gonna be good. Ah, I lost it. These guys in there. God. So much fun. Okay. Grow, little egg. I'll plant some more bases for you. We need more bases. Okay. See, it's like negative. It's like negative to be standing by my egg too, because then the enemies are going to be attacking me, and then they're getting. But at the same time, you want to be by your egg because it's actually, you want to be there to protect it. Now we're getting somewhere. Now I got like a little base around my egg. Yeah, I should have definitely built some defense. I wanted to show you guys what would happen. So this is. So yeah, you definitely want to build. You definitely want to build some defenses first. I wonder if I got any. All right, I think it's almost ready. Almost ready, guys. It's gonna hatch. Look at it, it's going nuts. It's going nuts. Oh, it's going nuts. You can shield your egg from the bullets, because if the bullet hits the egg, it'll take. Look at this. Look what we got here. I don't know why he's not attacking these things. He's supposed to be shooting out fireballs. I don't know why my guy is not shooting fireballs. He's supposed to be shooting fireballs at everything. Come on. Come on, man. Shoot some fireballs. I invented you to do that. There he goes. He just needed the right motivation. So yeah, he shoots fireballs and he helps you out. So all the pets are going to have different abilities and stuff. Maybe he just needed to get his shit together, and then now he's ready to shoot some fireballs. Yeah, so that's my little, that's the first pet for Cosmochoria. And there's going to be like, there's Pop's, interdimensional turtle. I'm going to be working on him. There's going to be like a little cat guy. It's going to be like a little alien guy. And they're all going to have different abilities that help you out while you're playing. This guy's going to shoot fireballs. There'll be like a guy that gives you a shield, so he kind of protects you. So the cool thing about this guy is if you're, I can just focus on planting now, and if he's not super strong, but I'm trying to get some enemies to show up. He can't get hurt, so that's the other good thing. So he can't actually get hurt now. And his aim is really shitty. But if I'm dealing with like a guy on like the other side of the planet, it's cool because he'll just kill them while I'm planting. So I don't even really have to worry about it. He's just gonna attack. Maybe his aim needs to be increased a little bit. I think as the bullets are waving out of the way. Let's see what you guys are saying here. You want me to stream Minecraft? I suck at Minecraft. I just wander around. So, okay, let's go back. I'm gonna go through some questions here. Okay. So no, the egg can't die. It'll just take longer. The game will definitely be cross. The egg won't last forever. It hatches into a dragon or another pet. The game will be cross-platform. So the launch will be Mac, PC, and Linux. I definitely should have built Atoshi. What up? I didn't say hey when I saw you. I'll definitely need to build some defense before hatching an egg. Minecraft, I chow nuts. I chow a total nut on Minecraft. I just sort of, I'm just not good at it. Like, at all. I can play like the peaceful mode where I just sort of wander around because I suck. What's this guy shooting at? Oh, these guys. Tips and tricks, yeah. Rocking some. Chris, thanks. Thank you for your kind words. Oh, I didn't even see there's bad guys in the bushes. I'm still trying to decide if I want to leave enemies so that they can hide behind plants. If it adds to or if I should always bump them to the front so that I can always see them. What I would do is get all the enemies to spawn more and more enemies and then start killing them and get so much of those things that they drop. Yeah, I mean, honestly, like if you wanted to just hang out while your plant or while your egg is going, like that's a good way to farm coins, basically. Because like you saw how much shit was going on. And the thing is, you can't cheat and use bombs, because when you use a bomb, it wipes out the enemy, but it doesn't give you a coin for your effort. So if you wanted to actually like farm, you actually got to do the work and sit there and attack. But there's way better ways to make money too. Like if you hung out and actually just killing bosses is huge, because you get like 250 coins for every diamond that you get. You can also do this thing where you wait for the worm to come out of the ground. See if I could do this. Doesn't seem to be working. Sometimes a worm pops out of the ground to munch on your nuts. No, not today. Like you gotta stand there for like 10 seconds or something. Anyway, you gotta be like super on the ball, but you can actually jump if you see him coming out of the planet to bite you. You can jump out of the way and shoot down towards your feet. See, that was not fast. But those guys, there's a decent percent of time they'll drop diamonds as well. So you can actually just, if you're getting good at that, that's a good way to make some cash. Thing is though, if they do hit you, it takes off a pretty big chunk of your health. And yeah, you gotta be like mad good timing. Okay. Looks like a dragon's from Bubble. He does look like a dragon from Bubble Bubble. I didn't even really think about that, but yeah, he's just a cute little dragon. Yeah, and I'm thinking stream some Minecraft later. I can make a private server and everyone on the stream can come on. Screw quality. Where's the Rager X guy? He would look like the Hulk. You really want a Rager X guy? Like a character? Nice. I don't know about Minecraft. It's not really for me. I just chow. You can teach me how to mine the craft? It's a possibility that one day I will mine the crafts. Or craft the mines. Is it going to be limit how many pets you can have at once? There will, yeah. There's going to be... If you find a pet... Because of the way that I'm working it, there's two ways that I'm thinking of working it. One is... okay, so no matter what, there will only be one pet per game. So no matter what. You will not be able to... If you find... There will only be one egg in the game at once. And I'm almost thinking... There's two ways I'm going to do it. One is... If you find a pet... Then he becomes like part of your team, and you can actually choose him from the title screen to bring in with you every game. So every time you play, you can choose. Now that I found this guy, I can choose him to come in with me, and then he'll just follow me around for that whole game. If I go into the game with a pet, then I'm thinking then you won't be able to find another one, just by the way of only having one pet per game. And also to increase the challenge, so if you want to find a new pet, then you would go in without one, and then there's the chance that it would spawn an egg, and then you would actually see it. Yeah, the worm sucks. I'm missing a ton of stuff, I think. Okay, get those shiny bits. Is there going to be a limit on how many pets? Yes, so that's what I'm thinking. There's also the possibility that just every time you play, there would just be a new egg and a new random pet in there. So if I go that route, then every game would have an egg in it, and it would just be a surprise what's actually inside it. So you always start without a pet. So that, I might go either way. Multiplayer. Multiplayer is... I don't know. We'll have to see. I've played with it a little bit, and the engine supports it. Like, they have like their own built-in multiplayer kind of thing set up. But I'd have to kind of play with it and see. It's something that I want. And I think it's something that would be cool we've got Journey playing in the background. It would be awesome to have, something where you just pair up and somebody else is in the level with you. You could choose a multiplayer game and then you just start up a game with somebody else. So that would be really cool. And then also, yeah, like if there's just the game itself has multiplayer ability, just to expand on that and have like a death match or like a race to conquer like 10 planets. It's funny because the original way that I thought of making Cosmochoria, the original game that I wanted to make, even before Cosmochoria was kind of a thing, was just a one screen. It was just like one screen, so you could see all the planets at once. And you had this little guy, like a little arcade game, where you would just do what you're doing in Cosmochoria, where you could run around the planets, but the camera would stay the same, and you just run around the planets, and you'd plant bases on them to kind of win over the planets. And then when you plant enough bases on the planet, it becomes your planet. But then the whole idea was that there would be somebody else doing the same thing, and the object is to get all the planets. So it'd be kind of like a deathmatch kind of thing, where you kill the other player, and then he's takes 10 seconds to spawn, and then in that 10 seconds you take over his planets. And yeah, it'd just be like a cool sort of dual attack kind of thing. So that's definitely also a possibility, but it will come down to making Cosmochoria. It's just, I gotta make this game first, and then I think then I'll start to experiment with some of that other stuff, and either it would become part of the game, or it would be like a spin-off of it or something like that. Just depends on what works best performance wise and all that kind of stuff. There's going to be other Yeah, I think it would be killer to have multiplayer, but it's just I don't know how technically possible it is, and you know, a lot of it comes down to like split second shit. So and I'm not very experienced programming, so something that I'd have to hire help for and all that kind of stuff. Objective-based game modes. There's going to be stuff that you can find. There's going to be two main modes of the game. The story mode, which is kind of an expansion of what's here right now, where you've got the objective is to kind of go around planting seeds and stuff like that. But as you're going around, you're finding little artifacts and stuff like that, and you do stuff with them, like you bring them back to that old man, or you combine stuff or one guy that you'll run into like a little character. You'll run into like a character who wants you to like find his boots or something like that. I'm just making something up, but so there'll be stuff that you can do that way, and it'll unlock things like costumes and all that kind of stuff. So as you're playing through the story is kind of progressing, and you're finishing all these planets, and then something happens once you've actually planted seeds on all the planets and you've turned them all green. And you get like a actual final boss and all that kind of stuff. But then the other game mode will be endless, which is pretty much just like a roguelike, kind of like an endless, like there will always be more planets to plant, and you just sort of continually go on. You start every game with nothing, but as you're playing, you can find new weapons and you can find other pets. I might even make it so that's a game mode where you can actually find multiple pets and you can switch between them. Like you could pick up a new one and then you would leave the other guy there. Or you could have a whole posse following you around. Just whatever works best. So yeah, endless mode, and that would be there would be no ending. There'd be no story elements to it. It would just be like gunfighting, like kind of endless. Will there be any Easter eggs in the game? There'll be some stuff for sure. I'm trying to think of what is legally possible. Like I think we had a chat about this on one of the other live streams. I don't know what the legalities of having like a mustache and red hat. I don't know what my options are when it comes to that. But there'll be tons of stuff to find and unlock, and there'll be costumes and lots of cool little hidden things, like even to the point where as you're when you're like playing like old Final Fantasy games where you just like walk along the wall and you'll see a little question mark come up above your head. Like there'll be stuff like that where you're just walking along a planet and you'll see a question mark and you'll bend down to plant or whatever, but it would actually dig up an item. So just flying around space, you wouldn't actually see it. Like technically you would have to walk every planet's full circumference surface to find out if there is an actual item there. Or even crazier is it may not even give you an indication. The only way that you'll find the secret is you bend down to plant and you dig something up. So, and then that's something that I've been thinking about, just because to make it more it's more of a surprise. You bend down to plant because you're doing that already. So you bend down and you're gonna do something, and then all of a sudden you hold up an item or a new costume or something above your head. And then that way, the only way to kind of find that stuff is to just constantly is to do this. If you're actually digging, to do this across every single planet, the incentive isn't necessarily there. Like this is like the actual definition of grinding. But if your goal is to find like all the secret items in the game and stuff like that, that's definitely a strategy you could do. But I'd be designed in a way that it's just you just happen to it's just like real life. You don't go to the beach and know exactly where a treasure is. You could dig any spot up and find like a treasure chest from thousands of years ago. But chances are you're going to stumble across it as opposed to actually know what's going on. Did you add more smoke to the jetpack? Yeah, I tweaked the look of it a bit. The jetpack was a little bit more, it started off more faded, and it was just more of a, yeah, I did, yeah. The jetpack is a little bit, it's different design. I tried to make it a little bit more cartoony and solid in the middle. Like, see how it's like solid in the middle? I really wanted that just for the visual appearance of it. The other one was the jetpack was always kind of opaque and see-through. If you have another pet but can choose only one. Yeah. So yeah, I talked about that. Cute dragon, thank you. Acorns, what's up? I'm so glad you're able to hang out even if you're working and all that kind of stuff. And you know, that means a lot to have you come back every week and check the stream out. Jetpack could have some potential for upgrading like smoke to blind enemies. Yeah, I never even thought of powers that the jetpack could actually have. Like if you you could use it as like a, you can use it as like a thing. Slows them down or something. Or yeah, you can like hide in it and the enemies lose. You got me thinking, man. Enemies lose sight of you because of the smoke? It's... Holy shit, look at all these robots spawning. See, this game has been open for a while, and... Let's check out the frames here. No, it does seem to be dropping a little bit. It's all good. You got Steam on December 30th. Nice. That's awesome. I didn't realize that I had... How do you know that I got Steam on December 30th? Does that say somewhere, like on my profile or something? Co-op mode in which you clear a universe and beat a boss, and the boss collapses and you get wormholed to the next universe and gets progressively harder with each universe. That would be cool. And that's kind of what I had in mind for the endless mode as well. Like, you know, when you're playing like roguelike games, and basically the whole progression is like going deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper into the tombs or whatever. Like, so you find like the stairway that brings you back down. I was basically thinking the same kind of thing where it would be like a portal or something like that would bring you to sort of like the next layer of things. And I'm just trying to figure out if it would if you could go back. So if you could always, you know, if you could return to the layer that you were at or the universe that you were in, or if you're just always sort of moving to the next universe, always leaving whatever you left behind, leaving it behind. Character customization. Now there's gonna be a lot of costumes. Atoshi, are you saying? Oh, you know, Atoshi knows. He's been around. There's a couple Easter eggs already in the game. Here, easy to tell. I don't know if you guys are familiar with NeoGAF, but there's their logo. This planet is the NeoGAF logo. And I did that because of the awesome support I was getting from the NeoGAF guys throughout the Kickstarter campaign. There's so many awesome dudes that had come from the... And when I say dudes, I mean guys and girls that came from the thread that was talking about the game. And, you know, they were just giving me awesome support and positive feedback and then putting their money where their mouth is too, and actually pledging cash money on the Kickstarter campaign, which was, I mean, you know, epic, absolutely epic. And freaking hat just keeps dancing around my head. So yeah, this is the NeoGAF logo. There's also There's also this guy. I don't know if he's familiar to you. Rager X, you really want that green guy. This is Simon. The Yogscast guys were so awesome in doing previewing the game during the Kickstarter campaign, and so many people heard about the game because of that. And like I've had friends, like little brothers of friends, being like blown away when they find out that their like older brother knows me because they saw the game on Yogscast. They saw Simon and Lewis playing it, and it's just mental. Like, so yeah, I wanted to do something to show thanks and kind of put some little never-ending awesomeness into Cosmochoria, and so I got this little Simon guy. Kill that guy so I could zoom in on Simon. Finding secrets. I can't remember, what were the secrets like in Wolfenstein? I'm like so behind because I was answering questions and there's so much. Okay, so jetpack definitely looks better, more like an actual rocket takeoff. Thank you. Smoke screen for jetpack, that'd be wicked. Rager X. Holy crap, man! You're really pushing for that guy. There's a break layer every 5-3 or so. You could choose which to go back or upgrade. Oh yeah. Yeah. So as you're playing, actually no. To be honest with you, for the endless game, I think that's what you're talking about. For the endless game, it was... Oh, for crying out loud. I just can't think at the same time. For the endless game, the idea was the upgrades, you'd start with nothing. So everything that you bought in the store for the normal game, like for the story mode game, everything that you bought in the store wouldn't be available to you in the endless game. You start every endless game with nothing, with no gems, one seed, no bombs, no bases, and the basic gun. And then the idea is it's an endless, like you keep playing, and then the longer you play, it's just there's a higher frequency. You can actually find the guns, and you can find gun upgrades, and you can find bases and bombs and gems, I suppose. And then there's going to be little store towers that you can find that will let you also buy upgrades or buy new weapons. So each time you go to a tower store, there'll be the option to buy a few things that you can sort of add to your arsenal. So yeah, you just do you just play endless, and technically you could like just max your dude out like with everything in the game in that endless mode, and you could just keep rocking and rocking and rocking until you either, get tired and have to go buy Valentine's Day dinner, or you die. And then versus mode is just you on one planet with Rager X just chasing you around like that Yoshi's Island level, that Yoshi's Island boss. And and you don't have a weapon, you don't have bombs, you just gotta run. You just run in circles, and he chases you, and then and then he stops on one side and goes the other way, like, you know, when you're doing that with like a little kid or something, where you like stop and go the other way around the table, and just smashes you. And then after like 3 smashes, he just destroys you, and picks up your like, you're basically just like a sack of skin. You're like a sack of blood. You're like a haggis, because you're like just a skin with like mushy inside parts. And he just picks that up and just chucks it into space, and you just hurtle. You have no way of hitting your jetpack button, so you just sort of like eternally, and it just follows you. The camera just follows you forever, just forever. Slow motion. And then it zooms back in on Rager X, and he's just so angry, and he just starts punching the planet. And it doesn't do any damage, because it's like he's not strong enough to actually damage the planet, but he's like relatively strong, so like there's dust and stuff, but the planet's intact, and he's really just punching it. And then it just zooms in on like him punching. It's just a slow motion of him punching the planet. Yeah, totally. The punches get stronger, but they're still never strong enough to actually like break apart the planet. I feel like I should do something productive. I've just been hanging out. I guess I showed you guys the pets. This has been the least unproductive. Wait, the least unproductive would be the most productive. This has been the least productive Cosmochoria Friday broadcast. Oh, Rager X just punches the planet, but he's so strong that his punches are actually like strengthening the rock. It's like he's punching the planet into diamonds. There's gonna definitely be online leaderboards. Let's get back on track here. There's definitely gonna be. That's one of my big things. I want you to be able to compare your scores and stuff with. I love you, Rager X. Yeah, definitely leaderboards. You can compare your scores and. This is awesome. Turns the planet into a black hole. Awesome. Yeah, leaderboards is for sure. Shit, I don't know, man. I don't even know if. I think we got to do a giveaway. You guys have stuck around through that whole hour and a half of horse shit. I gotta give the game away, so you can play it for yourself. Just let me. You know what? This is what I was gonna do. I was gonna post it on Twitter that I'm about to give the Steam key away, but I'm gonna do everyone who's here a favor and not do that, because that's not fair. You guys are here. You stuck around. So I need to think of a contest. For who's going to get a Steam key. No, I'm not going to post it on Twitter. Don't worry. I'm going to so for whoever's here, I didn't even think of a contest. You're absolutely right. I usually have something ready to go. I've spent so much time this week working on a contest because I had a free T-shirt contest, and you guys got to see this contest. You know what? I'm just losing my mind. I came up with the awesome, in my opinion, one of the awesomest contest questions ever. I'm just gonna tell you the question. It's all on Twitter. If you go, you can like get the answer. Otherwise, I would just reuse this question. This is the contest that I had for Twitter for a free T-shirt. What is the name of the animal best associated with the month of the birthday of the president of the place we're planting over 1,300 trees? I'm gonna copy and paste that and put it in the chat so you guys can actually see the text. And it was amazing. And awesome dude Dan won the contest. It took a while. It took longer than I thought. I think it was about half an hour to 40 minutes before someone actually got the answer. Maybe even close to an hour. But Dan got it. He got it. And yeah. What is the name of the animal best associated with the month of the birthday of the president of the place we're planting over 1,300 trees? So it was like I knew people would be Googling answers, right? So I wanted like a multi-layered shenanigans. Oh, my wife's calling. It might be important. Hold on. Hello? Hey, I'm just doing a live stream. Everything okay? Okay. Okay, later. Love you, bye. Everything's okay. Hail Mary, awesome. Yes, February is indeed the month. I think people were getting that far. But yeah, to get to February, you had to know where we're planting 1,300 trees. So you'd have to know that the Kickstarter campaign, we were planting one tree for every, or at least one tree for every backer. So there'd be over 1,300. There's over 1,255, you know. That's crazy. See, I was very surprised about that. Okay, so I'm going to go back through this. 1,300 trees. You'd have to know that we're planting them in Burkina. I'm probably mispronouncing this, but Burkina Faso. It's an African country. So then you'd want to Google the president of Burkina Faso. So to find out the president, and I can't remember that gentleman's name. Something. But if you Google him, you'll also get his birthday. And then you know the month of his birthday is February. And then the animal best associated with the month of February. Yeah, Paul's got it. The groundhog. Because February, see, and this is where it was kind of tricky, because February, I figured the only animal I could think of that goes with February for me is groundhog, because Groundhog Day is in February. And I didn't realize how cultural Groundhog Day is, but it's probably fairly... When I was Googling Groundhog Day, yeah, groundhog, you got it. When I was Googling Groundhog Day, it seemed to be people, not necessarily around the world, would celebrate Groundhog Day or participate in Groundhog Day, but it was like people around the world would at least search for it so they knew what it was. Crazy. Yeah, so it was a tricky contest, but Dan got it. He won. And there's, unfortunately, a super cool guy. Is it Shash? He goes by Shash Pant on Twitter. I can't remember what his full name is. Shashwat Pant. So I just call him Shash Pant because that's his Twitter name. But he was, I pretty much picked the time of the contest to make sure that he was actually awake for it, because he's in India, I think. And so Dan won the T-shirt. So the Steam key. No one won the Steam key. That wasn't the contest. I was just telling you guys about another contest. So you guys are putting up with a lot of bullshit right now. I gotta come up with a decent way for you guys to win a Steam key. So a contest. Okay, I've hinted at this. The first person to type into this chat window, what is the name of the boss that inspired the planet rotation in Cosmochoria? Okay? The name of the boss battle. Or the name of the boss. Is that clear enough? What's the name of the boss that inspired the planet rotation? So, some of you are going to have a head start because it was mentioned in the stream, not the name of the boss, but the game itself. So the first person to drop that down in the chat wins a Steam key. Nope, it's not Cosmo. It's not Trashy. So I'm gonna wait and see. I'm pretty sure. I think it is. Yeah, maybe I should know the answer first. Hey, is it? It is Raphael, I believe. Let's see here. Yeah, LFG, you know the game for sure. Yeah, you're right. Raphael the Raven. So who got that first? Yeah, LFG. You got it. Let's watch Raphael now. This is the boss. So as a child, this was my first introduction to that mechanic. And I didn't even really realize it until much later how cool I thought this was. I think whoever's playing this right now, I think they're just toying with him. Because there's no way. Yeah, come on. But yeah, so that's the boss. So, yeah, LFG, you got it. So how can we do this? Maybe send me. He's just toying with them. Maybe he wanted to show off the full capabilities of that boss. So LFG, send me an email, nate@3030.ca, and just let me know. Oh wait, no, because now anyone can email me. So post your email. No. How can we do this so that someone can't pretend to be you and email me? Why don't you just give me your email address and I'll email you? Does Twitch have a messenger? How do you do that? Do that. And then yeah, I'll post you the key. How do we do Twitch private messaging? Oh wait, I can send you a direct message here, can't I? I think I got you. Let me know if you got that. Cool, thanks. So yeah, that was a contest. That was pretty good. You guys did well. Congrats to everyone who got the answer, because yeah, I know I've hinted at it a couple times in past streams and that kind of thing, but I definitely think it's yeah, Dan, I think I just sent him a message. I think I did. Test. I just sent Dan a message now. This is good times. It's fully utilizing technology. Yeah, I'm pretty impressed, so I'm glad that contest worked out, especially so on the fly, too. Thanks, Axe. Okay, so LFG, let me know if you got that key. I did send it, but just let me know if you got it. I don't know what... Oh, really? You haven't got it yet. When I send you a message, it sends it as a private... It sends it as a private message. Nice. This is... Where's that quote from, Ace? Is that from the Ask Me Anything? Where did I say that? My whole life this past couple months has been a blur. I don't know if I'm... ADTP. There you go. Yeah, I have no idea where I'm posting stuff anymore. What should we do? There's like 10 minutes left. I'm at a loss. I feel like I didn't do any work, which is not a huge deal. I'm not going to beat myself up over that too much. You want me to beatbox? Okay, but I'm going to turn the camera off. Do you guys want me to do a little beatbox thing? If there's 3 people... Wait, no, it has to be 50% for proper democracy. It's got to be 50% people, so you got to give... Oh, I got a message. What's going on here? Nice. Okay, I think I lost my chat now. Oh, bummer. Okay, so I'm gonna do beatbox then. I lost the chat because I accidentally clicked on the link and it opened it in the current window. Okay, so I'll do some kind of a beatbox, hey? Okay, let me just do this. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I didn't mean to... Sorry, Ace. You know what? Ace, you got a tree with your name on it in the game. I think that's... You won a contest. You won a contest for that. Just by being awesome.
me proud and sob about my slap-like vocal abilities, my lack of throbbing tongue utilities. This is kinda silly, tee, but so true to me. Metric kids, styly, trans pants, get you to see what I mean. Yo, this is just a dream, so wake up and scream, then clean up the cream. Yeah, shopping for my fellas, yeah, dignity. Let me feel it falling down on me. Carpet smell like guilt and toxic trees. See me, G-pick, dong, drop, slop, it did to me. Shopping for my felt dignity. Let me feel it falling down on me. They're my lost and silence, tossed carelessly. Tried to warn you, but you just would not see. As part of a 9 was a 16 faker, money maker, love shaker, time would make her, snaker, easy baker. Don't take her passion to the next level. Adding on the disheveled bevel metal when I pedal through the ghetto, stopping off for a wet bed. Gillette, my lip, blast, finger passes drastically, domestically true. Exaggeration, imagination, station, duration drawn for a second longer than I can feel it. Shit pit, mental skit, scattery, mind battery. Again to the power of 3, so I can see a cube to the square. As if the chicken didn't care, I put the gel on my hair and head out from my lair with my confidence raised to the point of intensity. Intensity applied to my tried and fried side. Watch me cry when my guided path turns out to be the wrong one.
I just said I was having fun, but I think you just thought I was being stupid or perhaps a little bit dumb, so I'll just twiddle my thumbs as you stop listening to this song. Just kidding.
Shopping for my felt tip dignity, and I can feel it falling down on me. Caroline lost and silence, tossed chemistry. Tried to warn you, but you just would not see. I'm shopping for my felt tip dignity, I can feel it falling down on me. How it smell like a toxic tree. See me, G-pick, dong, drop, schlop, ick, dictory. Feather, pleasure, a sever, drop, kicking a hip-hop, triggering a jigger vendetta. Check out my net pen, tapping town 9, my Nintendo, what agenda, tripping down my spine. Felt a smothered rug when I T-rebel to the tug. Fitness, slipness, and the witness of the CLI titness. I find it easy to focus my nug or my noggin. Mental jogging, get you a silver spoon, fear in the cat/cartoon. Literally finding gloom in the room with mine, like not a risk quiver and a boy without a liver or a spoon. Oh wait, no spleen, felt a wet dream, born themes flow through the scenes of my unconsciousness, ignorance, now take 4 and scream, multi-scream is feeling peak friends, yeah. Cookies brought my path, you when you think help my thoughts, to run out to face a shot without doubt. What the fuck am I talking about? I don't know. I think it has a meaning, but I'm not really sure why I go. Just trying to understand what I'm trying to say. I'm just making up words and it doesn't really make sense, but it sometimes rhymes. I don't know.